Yeah, just welcome back.
Yeah.
You gonna make it there?
Yeah, turn your head and cough. All right, welcome back, everybody. Glad for you to hear and join us. That was not making any sense. We're glad you're here. Thank you for joining us today. Welcome to the Boys Chat. I'm Tanner.
It's Colby.
We'd still like to excuse Matt and Darren. They are still cranking away at sales. Not sure exactly how they're doing, but
Who knows? I haven't talked to any of them.
I talked to Darren a little bit, and he said he's doing good. I haven't talked to Matt much at all.
I haven't had conversation with Darren, just snapping back and forth.
Oh, same thing. I send him drone clips on Instagram. Well, that's all we talk about. It's just those. Anyways, let's jump right into today's topic. Today's topic is we're talking about like mythological creatures, or I don't know, like urban legends, pretty much.
That's probably the closest description.
Cultural legends, I guess, almost.
Yeah.
Because they're not like mythological, because mythological is like
Satyrs,
Greek mythology, satyrs,
centaurs,
stuff like that. Yeah, but this is
unicorns
like
and rainbows.
more like urban legends and like a Bigfoot. Think of like Bigfoot. We're not talking about Bigfoot, but
Nessie.
But Bigfoot. You know, I don't know how many times I can say Bigfoot before it gets annoying.
You probably got one more time in you.
Bigfoot.
There we go.
All right.
I think we're good now. I think we hit that one.
All right. So first up on our list is the chupacabra. Do you know anything about the chupacabra?
I have no idea. Isn't it like a snake or something?
No. It's a
snaky.
reptilian creature. Like, it's kind of like a snake. It's a reptilian creature believed to attack livestock. Looks like an alien-like being in Mexico, Puerto Rico, and countries kind of like that. They're in that area.
Gotcha.
I saw something that it translates to like bloodsucker or goat bloodsucker, because it would like attack livestock like goats. It would go after goats.
Yeah.
Right. And I looked up a picture. I'll show you a picture. It's a freaky looking. Feel free to go look at it. It looks like a dog.
So it's more
Kind
like
of. I'm thinking it's like a dingo or
dingo ate your baby. Oh,
yeah.
it's like
It looks like one of those dogs. Like a Mexican street dog.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're called. That's all I know them
Yeah,
as.
it's like a hyena without hair.
The dog from Coco.
Yeah.
Dante.
Dante,
yeah. That's what it reminded me of. And like some of these pictures, I'm like, it just looks like a street dog that is a little scary. It's a hairless dog.
That's probably what like it comes from, is they saw like this rabid dog or whatever. Like
right. And then there's this drawing of it as well.
What the heck?
That looks more like lizardy, reptilian. And I
Right.
mean, there's
variations.
Yeah, there's variations of the chupacabra, and there's various sightings, kind of like Bigfoot. Is he massive Sasquatch? Is he more manly? Is he more beastly? Same thing.
I mean, everybody says they have a picture of Bigfoot. So
for real.
Do they really though?
Yeah. So, also, I would like to clarify that I found all these facts. I do not claim to be an expert, nor have I ever claimed to be an expert in anything.
We never said that we were experts on anything.
Exactly.
Put that on the YouTube Shorts right there for you guys.
Shout out to those guys on Shorts. Thank you guys.
And if you guys have not checked out any of those, go check them out.
Yeah, they're phenomenal.
They're interesting. We'll put it that
they're
way.
okay.
You're hard on yourself, Tanner.
Yeah.
Be positive.
All right, so the first sighting of the chupacabra occurred in 1995 in Puerto Rico. Well, the reported sighting. I'm sure. Right. I mean, the legend goes back for forever.
Right. It could be.
Yeah. So the term chupacabra was coined by a radio broadcaster named Silverio Perez. I apologize for butchering that. And it combines the Spanish words chupar and cabra for to suck goat, because it would go after goats and.
Right.
Yeah. So eyewitnesses have described the chupacabra as a reptilian creature with spines or quills on its back, glowing red eyes, and a row of fangs. So, like a dinosaur almost, really.
Yeah. I mean, all honesty, anything goes back to a dinosaur.
That's
for the
true.
Most part.
That's true. That is true. So, yeah, I mean, it looks like an alien creature of who knows what.
Yeah,
I want to say it's in a Phineas and Ferb episode, a chupacabra.
It probably is.
But they don't show exactly what it is, or if they do, I can't remember. All I remember is like a black, you can't really tell what it is because it's always in the shadows, but you see the eyes.
Right.
And you kind of get a kind of iffy of an outline of it.
Right.
But it doesn't look like that.
Yeah.
It was something else, but
I'm sure it was probably a jab at that or something similar to it.
Yeah. So
I mean, cartoons, they do anything to get views, just like we do. So
hey man, I love Phineas and Ferb. They're coming back for 2 more seasons.
that is a good show, though.
Dude, I love that show, dude. There's 100 and okay. So yeah, so theories and explanations for this is it's probably just mistaken as some other animal. Like we were saying, it looks like a dog. The actual photos of it kind of look like a mangy little hairless street dog. Or mass hysteria and media influence may contribute to the belief of the chupacabra. So I'm assuming it was like it started as an urban legend, then somebody saw it, and then the media takes it, and the media likes to do what the media does, and fear gets the ratings up nothing else.
Nothing gets it like that.
So it's in a couple TV shows, The X-Files, Supernatural, and it's in a couple films too. Chupacabra, Dark Seas, and The Beast of Barrio. So that's kind of cool. Yeah. Now on the list, that I've got 5 we're going to talk about. I've heard of 2 of them.
Yeah, I mean that sounds familiar, but
yeah, I've heard the chupacabra before, but after that, I've barely heard of one other because it's a mascot. So we'll get there. We'll get there later. So stay tuned to the end to hear about that one. All right. So discussion point number 2 is the bunyip.
I've never heard of that.
It's Australian Aboriginal folklore. So you got to do it in Australian accent. And to get into my Australian accent, you have to say R and R, and it sounds like you're saying "oh no." Try it.
I'm good. I'm on
R and R.
Wait a minute. What?
So if you say R N R.
Oh, R N R.
Yeah, it sounds like you're saying "oh no" in an Australian accent. Try it.
R and R.
See, R and R. I pulled that out. I found that on a meme.
Oh, okay. I was like,
so a bunyan. That was a horrible accent. I'm just going to stop. A bunyip. A bunyip. Not a bunion. A bunyip. It's a creature said to lurk in waterholes, rivers, and swamps. Huh. Are there a lot of those swamps? So waterholes and rivers in Australia, yes. Yeah. But swamps?
I'm sure I mean, Australia's pretty big.
It's right, but it's also...
It's got a lot of things in it, though.
That's true.
I mean, they got, like, alligators and crocodiles and stuff, too. So I'm sure there's probably some...
Steve Irwin.
Yeah.
May God rest his soul.
A lot of their... crocodiles and alligators, I'm sure, are saltwater, just because it's ocean.
Right. When I hear swamp, I don't think of Australia.
You think of Louisiana.
Yeah, Louisiana, but not, or like swamp or like the Amazon, kind of that area, like a rainforesty, like certain parts of it.
I guess some of that could be considered a swamp, and that's probably what I've never been to Australia. I'm not an expert on Australia. I'm just gonna jab at those guys all day long.
All right. So the bunyip is a creature deeply rooted in Australian Aboriginal folklore, particularly the indigenous tribes of southeastern Australia. So southeastern is that where Sydney is? Because Sydney's on the east coast, I believe.
I honestly couldn't tell you.
I'm like 50% sure. 35% sure.
We'll just go with it.
20% sure it's on the East Coast.
You guys can correct us later.
Yeah, so it's a spirit or mythical creature that dwells in waterholes, rivers, swamps, and billabongs. I thought that was just a shirt brand.
No, I knew it was like an actual thing. I didn't know exactly what it was, but I knew it was.
Is it like kind of like a swamp, like a small lake, do you think? Why don't you look it up, and I'll keep going off my facts that I pulled off the internet because I'm not an expert. So they have different regional names and interpretations of what a bunyip is, reflecting the diverse cultures and beliefs across the continent. Because, I mean, it is a pretty big continent.
Yeah.
So.
It's Australian, so it's a branch of a river forming a backwater or stagnant pool.
Oh, okay.
Made by flowing water from the mainstream.
Okay.
During flooding. So it's like.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like almost like a retention pond type concept of
idea.
Is like if it's overflowing, it just goes into there and just fills, and then
okay, and it's all stagnant and nasty,
and then goes away. So that's probably where they're getting the
swamp. I can see. Yeah.
That's probably.
I can see why they'd think some creatures lurking in those because they look nasty.
They are not. You cannot see anything in there.
Yeah. So the description of a bunyip, it's described as a large amphibious creature with various features depending on the region. Mm-hmm. Common characteristics are a fierce appearance, powerful jaws or tusks, shaggy or scaly fur, and glowing eyes.
Honestly, that sounds like something that would be on a Australian continent.
Yeah, I would not put it past.
I mean, Australia's got massive things and weird things there, so.
And some legends describe it as a shapeshifter, capable of assuming different forms to trick or scare humans.
Huh.
I also found a picture of this, and if you don't know what it is, go ahead and look it up. We'll try and describe it best we can.
You guys can do your own legwork. We don't have to do everything for you.
Yeah, because we're not experts. So it kind of looks
almost like a saber-toothed tiger.
Yeah, that was my first thought.
A little bit different. Like it's more like a reptilian, like a
freaky one.
Yeah.
It looked like something out of Harry Potter.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably a good description of that. A Harry Potter version of what's the saber-toothed tiger in Ice Age? What's his name?
Diego.
Yeah, Diego.
Yeah. So I mean, it almost like the Loch Ness monster almost.
No, I feel like Loch Ness monster's more.
See, now right here, it looks like a dog, saber-toothed tiger, and a T-Rex. This black one right here.
Yeah.
Like the head of a T-Rex.
But like you look at all these other ones, they look more like.
Yeah, they look way different.
Like a saber-toothed tiger is probably the best descriptive
thing. Yeah. I'm guessing they probably just mistook it for probably some dude that was drunk off his willy.
Probably.
So.
Or is a tiger. You know, who knows?
Yeah. So, but I mean. It was more like a spirit, I guess, in certain regions.
Mm-hmm.
It serves as a cautionary figure, warning against dangerous behavior near water bodies and reinforcing respect for natural environment. So like Smokey the Bear.
But Smokey's real though, man. Come on.
Well, yeah. I know. But like same concept, you know?
Yeah, that's probably good.
Yeah. So Smokey the Bear, Bunyip Billy Bong.
We'll go with that.
We're gonna coin that. So, and I guess the indigenous people there would do rituals and stuff like that, and
that's with any of these.
What have you?
They try and keep the evil spirits away and stuff. That's just ancient civilizations. I mean, people still do that now.
Yeah, and so now, like when the Europeans sent all their prisoners there, pretty much they kind of came in. It's fake, superstitious. Like y'all are just off your rockers. So now, and then they've kind of. Now it's into legend. Now it's just an Australian legend. I'm not sure of any sightings of one. All the ones we saw were just kind of pictures or drawings. Yeah, not like actual photographs.
At least there's actual pictures of Bigfoot.
Yeah, and the chupacabra.
Yeah, that one too.
And Loch Ness monster.
Yeah, Nessie.
So and it according to the website, there's cultural festivals and they still do traditions around the idea of it. Maybe they have a Bunyip Billy Bong National Park.
Who knows?
I would go.
Let's plan a trip.
That'd be legendary.
That'd be a fun trip to go on.
All right, discussion point number 3. Kappa? Kappa, K-A-P-P-A. It's a Japanese folklore.
Oh, well,
another water-dwelling creature. But this one, I looked up, and it looks like a Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
How do you say? Is it Pokemon or Pokemon?
Pokemon.
I've heard both.
I've never played the game. I've never done any of that. I'm not into that.
I wasn't.
About the only one I know is Pikachu.
I know a couple. There's Charizard.
Don't even know that one.
Pikachu, obviously. Yeah. Squirtle.
Nope.
Jigglypuff.
Never heard of it.
That's in Smash Bros. That's all I got.
My brother's a nerd for that, but I'm not.
I'll recognize him. Like, oh yeah, that's a Pokemon. Like I know what that's from.
Right.
Other than that, no idea. Anyways, so according to Japanese folklore, they're water-dwelling creatures found in rivers, lakes, and ponds throughout Japan. So kind of similar to the Australian one.
Yeah.
Humanoid creatures with turtle-like shells, webbed hands and feet, and distinct dish-shaped indentations on their heads. Legends describe the Kappa as mischievous beings that enjoy playing pranks on humans, such as pulling them underwater or stealing crops. Dude, that is legendary. So I'll show you a picture of this sucker.
Like, these last couple sound like water dwellers. I mean, I think it goes back to we know more about space. I don't know if this is still true or not, but we know more about space than we do the ocean.
I've heard that before because we've only looked at 5% of the ocean.
Yeah. I mean, when the Earth's 90% water, whatever it is, 95, whatever.
70?
70.
No way, that's a human. You're right.
Yeah.
something. I don't know.
So whatever it is,
We're
you
not
can look it up.
we're not experts.
You guys can look up the percentages yourself.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do the legwork for you.
Yeah. So this is the kappa. I also thought of a Ninja Turtle with a nasty reverse bowl cut.
Yep. Yep. That's exactly. Yep.
And then a Pokemon. Yeah. It looks like a Pokemon.
Cross between Ninja Turtle and Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. And I want to say I've seen it in something before. It looks familiar. Some of these pictures are dark. Strangling a man under the water. Anyways,
it's jokes, man.
It looks super familiar. Mm-hmm. Like I've seen it somewhere, but again, it's a Pokemon Ninja Turtle with the reverse bowl cut. So,
just watch out for those.
Yeah, they're supposed to be water-filled hollow on top of their heads, which is their source of power. It must be kept wet at all times.
That's weird.
Maybe that's why they stay under the water? They probably don't get out of the water too much.
That's probably why you don't know about them.
Strength and agility, and overpowering humans in wrestling matches.
I want to see an account of somebody wrestling that thing.
Dude, easy.
Are you going to go wrestle crocodile now, too?
Down. Now, this is funny. Kappa have a weakness for cucumbers.
Out of everything, they're going to come out of the water for cucumbers?
I don't know. Why cucumbers? It's because they're green and...
Cucumbers aren't good unless they're pickled. Then they're pickles. It's the only good way to
I'm iffy on the whole... Pickles I go back and forth on. Like, I'll leave them on the burger, but if I bite into it and it starts pulling out, it's dropping out of my mouth onto wherever it is, and I'm not picking it back up.
So if you go to Tom's Deli and they give you the extra slice of pickle.
Oh, I don't eat those either.
You don't, really?
Yeah, I don't.
I love those dill pickles, those quarter dill pickles.
No, I don't. Delicious. I'm just like, you want my pickle? I don't want my pickle. Because, like, by the time I get the sandwiches, I've only ever had Tom's Deli at work, and they'll order for everyone, and they'll bring it in. So by the time it gets there, I'm like, the pickle's soaked up into my sandwich. I'm fine not eating the pickle. Anyways.
Sidetrack there.
But yeah, they're just mischievous, not inherently evil, unless their pranks go a little too far. Where
like strangling somebody underwater.
Yeah, exactly. But it's just a prank, bro.
Yeah, it's a joke, bro. It's a joke.
Gosh, get punked. Where's Ashton Kutcher? So to protect themselves from Kappa encounters, people have employed various strategies, such as wearing iron helmets, as it's believed to repel them, or drawing circles on the ground, as Kappa are compelled to count every item inside the circle. That's just... These things are nerfed, bro.
When you're talking about the circle, all I could see was that scene from SpongeBob with the sea bear... what was it?
Shoot, I don't know. I don't know SpongeBob that well.
What you guys know what I'm talking about, so you guys can look it up. I'll show you later.
Okay, sounds good. So yeah, it's kind of just like... They're just like, I don't know. These ones are kind of weird. They're like mischievous, but not evil, kind of like all the other ones that we've
all
kind
the other
come
ones
across.
Are like evil. This one's kind of like a lighter version.
Yeah.
Like, almost like a kid story, like, oh, don't be going playing in the water. Like,
right.
The cop is going to get you and drag you under.
Just draw a circle on the ground, wear an iron helmet, and throw a cucumber in the water. It'll leave you alone, like nerfed, bro.
Yeah.
I just quickly, whoop, on the ground, peace out.
See ya.
Tackle him back in, grab a cucumber, throw it at him. Like,
home free.
Easy. So kind of top that one off. Their influence on art and pop culture is they're a popular subject in traditional Japanese art, including something I cannot say, and woodblock paintings. I can't say it because I there ain't no way. I can't pronounce that. And then they're in manga, manga, manga. It's like book anime, I think. And video games. Oh, and anime. Sorry. Oh,
so those are different things then.
Yeah.
We never claimed
it's like comic books, I think.
Oh. Well, I think. In my opinion, that's basically what anime is. It's just
right.
Whatever. It's fine.
Anyways, moving on to the next one. Discussion point number 4, Jersey Devil. I have no idea what this one is either. I was thinking New Jersey. Like, yeah, it actually is. Yeah.
I was almost thinking like a Tasmanian devil when you said that. I was like, okay. Like,
right. But it makes sense. Jersey Devil, it's believed to inhabit the Pine Barrens of New Jersey. So, oh boy, so let's see. legends and origins. It dates back to the early 18th century in the Pine Barren regions of New Jersey, United States. The Jersey Devil was the 13th child born to Mrs. Leeds, who cursed the child before its birth, resulting in its transformation into a monstrous creature. That's horrible. Is it? 13. That's why.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why 13 is such a bad number.
Or like why in certain countries, like I don't know if it's China or Japan, like 8 or 9's an unlucky number. I'm like, why is 13 such
Here?
Yeah.
I wonder if it goes back to like October the 13th. Maybe that's why.
That's probably what it is. I mean, have you ever seen a hotel with a 13th floor? There's
no. It's a superstition. It's a superstition.
And again, which is so stupid because, okay, you just go to 12 to 14. Technically, the 14th floor is still the 13th floor.
But it's labeled.
The 14th, which is stupid.
So it's different. Yeah, it's just a superstition, which I want to say Da Vinci had some affinity with it.
Probably.
I'm trying to remember the Da Vinci Code, and I want to say 13 played something in there.
Right, probably.
I could be wrong. I'm not an expert.
I mean, it's like 666. Why is that such a...
I want to say it's because 777 is like heaven's number.
No.
It's like the number for God, and so you go one down and it's 666 or something because there's angel numbers or whatever.
Yeah, I don't get all of that.
I don't understand it either. It's just one of those
superstitions.
Things that I don't understand. Yeah. But anyways, it's often described as a bipedal creature with a horse-like head, bat-like wings, cloven hooves, and a serpentine tail. Witnesses have reported hearing blood-curdling screams or strange noises attributed to the Jersey Devil. Notable sightings occurred in 1909 when multiple witnesses claimed to have encountered the creature over the span of several days, leading to widespread panic. So, with that, notable sightings over the span of a couple days, I'm assuming that it was something else that was just in the area that these people freaked out on.
I mean, it could have been somebody's horse that got out, got a bunch of crap tangled up on him or something stupid.
Yeah.
Freaked him out.
So, and there's, multiple sightings over the years. Some describe it as a large, aggressive creature, while others believe it to be more elusive and shy. So, yeah, we don't know either. I've got another picture, though, for you.
Pictures are worth 1,000 words.
And this one there's a few, and all of them freak me out.
Oh, what the heck? Especially that one with no,
there's no arms.
Other legs? That's freaky. At least some of those other ones with arms, that doesn't freak me out.
To describe some of them, it almost looks like a thestral from Harry Potter, if you know what that is.
Yeah.
From number 5 is the first time you see him, I believe. It's like a scary horse with wings.
Yeah.
But this one walks on 2 legs. It's bipedal.
That's weird.
Yeah. So, theories and explanations for this
this ought to be good.
People believe it to be, or misidentifications of known animals like owls or large birds.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know what large birds or owls you would mistake that. I could see maybe the noises could be from an owl.
Right.
Or but a large bird looking
eagle?
something like that. Eagle or maybe a vulture of some type. If they're over, I don't even know if there's vultures in New Jersey. There probably is something like that. Some type of vulture, I'm sure.
Similar. Or it was a
But hey, we're no experts.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, big crow. It's probably a sparrow.
Probably a little robin.
Yeah. So, cultural impact and tourism, deeply ingrained in the folklore and culture of the Pine Barren regions. The locals embracing the creature as a symbol of regional identity. So it's like, oh, this is ours. This is our Bigfoot. Because Bigfoot, I want to say, is in the Rockies.
Oh, that was the Appalachian.
It could be both.
We're going to go with both.
He's all over. He's North America. He's North America. Sasquatch. North American Sasquatch. Other than that, it's popular in books, movies, artwork, and stuff like that. So I'm sure people will try to go there and see if they can spot one.
Probably.
So.
There's always those fanatics in the world.
All right. Discussion point number 5. This will be our last one. So comment below if you made it this far. Let us know what you're thinking so far. And yeah.
Give us some ideas.
This is the second one that I had heard of before, only because it's a mascot of SUU. It's Thunderbird.
The Thunderbird, yeah.
All right, so let's SUU.
I'm not going to be able to describe it very
well.
well.
You're not an alumni. I don't know what to call you.
I'm almost
student.
I'm almost an alumni.
All right. So SUU attendee.
Mm-hmm.
What do you know of the Thunderbird?
I went through freshman orientation. They explained all of this to me. Didn't mean I listened, but
I get that.
I mean, I know it has some meanings behind it and like symbols of. It's actually supposed to be a very positive thing. It's not like some of these other ones where it's like, oh, like it'll basically kill you or
Like a bad omen almost.
Yeah. But it's got some positive things for it, and I don't even remember what it's all. You probably got the list written.
Oh yeah, I got a list, buddy. So it's a Native American mythology,
right?
Which is kind of what I known beforehand.
Southern Utah, like the Native
Americans, like the American Southwest, pretty much.
Yeah.
Is where it really holds true. Kind of like the more like the Wild West, deserty side of North America.
Mm-hmm.
So the Thunderbird holds significant importance in the mythologies of various Native American tribes across North America. It's regarded as a powerful and sacred creature associated with the skies, storms, and natural forces. Yeah. It's considered a guardian spirit and symbolizes strength, protection, and divine intervention.
Yep.
So it's like if you see it, you're like, oh my gosh. Ooh. So I'm going to show you a picture because why not? And literally it's it looks like an eagle, a large eagle bird with lightning coming out of it.
Yeah, like
exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah, there's nothing to really compare it to because it just is what it is. I feel like most people have heard of a Thunderbird. I mean,
it's the top of their totem poles, pretty much.
Yeah, that's a Thunderbird.
It's typically what it is.
Yeah, that's a Thunderbird.
So I mean, maybe like you could compare it to the giant eagles from like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. That's
maybe that size.
That size and that kind of
idea.
Feel. Yeah.
Various colors, I'm sure, based on wherever you are and what tribe you're speaking to.
Fun fact for you, or I guess question for you to see if you know the answer to this. Okay. Your wife might know. She might not. What is the name of the mascot at SUU? What's the Thunderbird's name?
I'm assuming it starts with a T.
Yeah, it's very similar to your high school's mascot.
So it's not Thor?
It's Thor.
It's Thor?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Huh. I don't know where that one come from. Again, didn't listen to orientation. Don't really care.
Thor's the god of thunder. Yeah. The Thunderbird.
I get the correlation, but I don't know if that's the exact reason.
I'm sure it is.
Probably.
Where else would you get Thor from? But I'm sure the Native Americans have their own name for it.
Probably.
I'm not sure if it's in here.
I'm not native, so I don't know.
Yeah, so the Thunderbird is symbolically linked to natural phenomena such as lightning, thunder, and rain, embodying the raw power and energy. So it's pretty much just like when a storm comes, it's a Thunderbird bringing the storm.
Right.
It represents the forces of nature and is believed to have the ability to control and manipulate weather events. You kind of get it all from the name, really.
Yeah, really, the name says it all with that one. Unlike those other ones, they're really not correlated much to what they do or act.
So, but here's interesting. The Thunderbird's wings are often depicted as expansive and majestic, symbolizing freedom, transcendence, and connection between earthly and spiritual realms. So now I'm thinking that it's... what is his name? It's the oldest brother in Brother Bear.
So
there's Sitka, Kenai, and...
It's been too long since I've seen that movie, I couldn't tell you.
Kenai is the one that gets turned into the bear. I think Sitka is the one that chases him.
Sure.
And the oldest one who looks like Qui-Gon Jinn, whose name is escaping me. Maybe that's Sitka.
Who knows?
I don't know. That's what I'm thinking of.
You guys,
because he's a giant eagle, and he is the connection between Earth and spirit realms and whatnot. Such a great movie.
That is a good movie.
I love that movie.
I need to watch that again.
Phil Collins pops off. Anyways, the second one though, and not as good. The animation's completely different.
Well, in any of those Disney movies, the second one's always worse.
A lot of them are, yeah.
Like
seriously.
Aladdin, that second one's
that
stupid.
one's like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Same with Cinderella. Cinderella's got 3.
Yeah, I'm like, that's...
So I think the issue though is it's like the first one does so well. They're like, oh, well, let's get a second one out as soon as we can to make even more money and just play off this hype. And then they try and get it out as quick as they can, and they just
cut corners.
It's not as good. But then you get like Toy Story 2, which is arguably just as good as the first one.
Right. No, the third one...
Third one's a little iffy. The fourth one, it was okay. There's a fifth one coming out in a couple years.
Yeah.
But, you get movies kind of like that. And then you get Cars. Cars, the 3 Cars movies. The first and the second one all about racing, all about McQueen. The second one is Mater goes on some.
He's a spy, man.
He's a spy. It's like, where does this fit into that?
I mean, it was racing somewhat, but the big part was a spy movie.
Man, it's
James
just
Bond.
It's a full length version of Mater's Tall Tales. The little shorts that they used to, that's what it is.
That's perfect description of that movie.
So, but yeah, so the Ojibwe, I'm butchering that. I apologize. Ojibwe.
Oh, I'm not even gonna try.
Ojibwe. That was worse. But that tribe believes that it was a powerful spirit that assisted warriors in battle, while the my goodness.
You might want to stop while you're behind.
The Kwakawakakwa. I'm not even going to spell that out. There's so many K's and W's and A's. Associated it with wealth and good fortune.
Okay. Yeah.
So literally, and then the Lakota, I can say that one. Lakota tribe views the Thunderbird as a sacred protector and a symbol of spiritual enlightenment. So no matter what, really, it's a good thing to see.
Yeah.
The worst part of it would be like the storms come, like when you get massive rainstorms and thunderstorms, stuff like that. That would be bad.
Well, it's like the one part was talking about being prosperous and stuff. I think that goes back to, okay, it's bringing rain, and then once the rain's gone, brings good sunlight and stuff for crops and stuff. So I feel like that's where that.
Yeah, I mean, like as bad as rain can be,
right?
It also brings life,
right?
So, but I mean, regardless, any tribe you speak to, it's a good omen. It's a good thing. It represents different things to them. That just depends on the tribe, but no matter what, it's always good.
Right.
So, they have different rituals with them. I'm sure there's a dance that goes along with it. I mean, I've seen Native American traditional dances, and they do wear like an eagle head, and they've got wings as well.
Right.
Oh, those are cool to watch. I enjoy watching those.
Or ever been to like an actual powwow?
No.
They always look so fun. I'm like,
yeah, all the dancing. I'm like, oh, I have watched a traditional dance in person at some scout thing. We had a lady come out and do a ring dance where she had like a bunch of rings that she ended up dancing with all of them, and she had like 10 rings. And I was like, holy crap! Like, she just like had them the way she had them figured, and she moved them around too. It wasn't like she just like put them on her body and she like manipulated them. It was crazy.
Seeing at SUU, they do a lot with the Native American.
Right. Is it the Navajo up there, or is it
it's mixture of everybody kind of. Whoever's at the school, they have a club. And they do a lot of like traditional dances and stuff, like at school events or like at the homecoming parade. They're dancing the homecoming parade and stuff too, doing stuff like that. So
that's cool. All right. Modern relevance. It continues to hold cultural and spiritual significance for many Native American tribes, serving as a source of identity, pride, and connection to ancestral traditions. Efforts are made to preserve and revive Thunderbird-related rituals, dances, and artwork to ensure the continuity of cultural heritage. So yeah, it appears in contemporary Native American literature, artwork, and popular sports teams and logos.
Right.
So, I mean, it still is pretty good today. I don't know what not sure if professional sports.
I'm trying to think of other Thunderbird. I'm sure there's like other like high schools or something.
Oh yeah, high schools or maybe like
some
minor league.
Yeah,
something.
I couldn't name you all of them.
Neither could I. But, anyways. Yeah, that's all. Thank you for watching. Please comment down if you've heard of any of these creatures before and which one was your favorite, and we'll catch you next week. Thanks.
Adios.
Bye.